Remember how I said we were going to simplify the bike frame? Well, my husband, who's a savage mountain bike rider, reminded me that I didn't have a stem holding the handlebars. So that's what we're going to do today. In this lesson, we'll create cylinders to begin making the stem. Open the fifth data file in this project. Before we get started, let's add the head tube and the handlebars to their own layer. Right-click in the Scene Explorer and hit Create Layer. Name the new layer Head Tube and Bars. Next, we need to find the handlebars and the head tube within the layer structure. Click in the viewport on the handlebars. The Fork and Stays layer is highlighted, so we can find the handlebars there. Right-click on the handlebars and choose Add Selected to New Parent. This gives us an option to pick the parent. Go ahead and choose Head Tube and Bars. Next, we want to select the head tube. We can see that it's in the bike frame layer. Right-click on the head tube and choose Add Selected to New Parent. Then click the head tube and bars. The head tube is added to that new layer. This will make it easy to hide the rest of the objects. Go ahead and do that now. Next, we're going to use what I call the viewport zoom method. We've used this method before, and all we need to do is click the viewport background and hit Ctrl-A and Z. The viewport zoom method is the best trick to use if you can't find your objects. Make sure the active layer is the head tube and bars layer indicated by this blue icon. Now, the stem we're about to create will be created in this layer. Since 3ds Max enjoys creating cylinders that protrude into the viewport, let's create the main cylinder of the stem by first switching to the front view. On the command panel, add a new cylinder using keyboard entry and these dimensions. Make the radius 2.5 centimeters and the height 7.5 centimeters. We'll only need one segment. Hit Create and name this cylinder Base Stem. So I just checked. I went to the garage and measured my bike stem, and it's actually 3 centimeters in diameter. So let's change the radius to 1.5 centimeters. Go ahead and revise the radius on the Modify tab. The cylinder has been created at the grid origin. Click G to see the grid. Notice that when you create a cylinder in 3ds Max, the height protrudes into the viewport. That's why we started from the top view when creating the frame pipes, so the shapes would protrude down. This time, you want 3 cylinders that face different directions. So we could create them all from the top view and rotate them into place, but it's a bit faster just to switch our point of view before creating each. You'll want to move the base stem before creating the next 2 cylinders. Next, we'll create the handlebar collar from the left view. Use a radius of 2.5 centimeters and a height of 3.2 centimeters. Switch to a top view before creating the head tube collar. The radius is 2 centimeters and the height is 2.9 centimeters. In this video, you created cylinders that will make up the stem. In the next video, we'll apply a Boolean compound object to carve out the assembly holes.